You, being Michael, make no mention of the census of Publius Sulpicius Quirinius, which Josephus recorded, in the year 6 about 7 Common Era, after the banishment of Herod Archelaus, one of the sons of Herod the Great, after he became governor of Syria, along with Coponius, who was assigned first governor, or prefect that is, the newly created Judea province, to have supreme power over the Jews, as mentioned in Josephus. Okay, can you please comment on this problematic passage, since no historical sources mention a worldwide or even a Roman-controlled census which cover the population as a whole?
Okay, well, that second statement, again, is not correct because, to say there's no historical sources who mention a worldwide or even a Roman-controlled census is because, and that's simply not true. And this is something that I cover every single year in the biblical Hebrew calendar. And again, you have to get the work that I've done in order to do this. And it's been there. And so one thing, you're looking at the wrong thing. Most people are looking at the wrong thing. First of all, they're looking for a taxation. They're looking for a census. And I make no mention of this one that happened 67 of the Common Era because it has nothing to do with what the Bible is talking about. And so I'll state, in the 25th year of the reign of Caesar Augustus, in his 25th year of his reign, Caesar Augustus decreed that a declaration to name him the father of the Roman Empire be endorsed by all of his imperial subjects. This was the first of 2 times that Quirinius was an official in Syria, this time as governor over the census from 3 to 2 BC, and that is what's recorded in Luke. This has nothing to do with a later census and taxation that was taking place. This was the event of everyone registering their support to naming Caesar Augustus the father of the Roman Empire in the year 3 to 2 BC. So not only has this been in the calendar now for 10 years when we get into the chronology concerning the birth of Yeshua, but also we go into the chronological Gospels, and here we have on page 50, which is a footnote, it's an entire page, and a photograph, which is a footnote here, and I'm going to read, this is for Luke chapter 2, verse 1. In the 25th year of the reign of Caesar Augustus, which is 3 to 2 BC, by the command of Rome, all subjects of the empire were required to register their support in naming him the divine emperor, Octavius Augustus, the father of the Roman Empire, which was approved by the Roman Senate on February 5th of 2 BC. And here we have a statue in the chronological Gospels of Caesar Augustus in Rome that was sculpted in 2 BC upon the occasion of naming him Patriae. And I actually took this photograph myself when I was in Rome. And it says, far more significantly, in this whole thing, by the commandment of Yehovah, all Israelites males were required to go up to the feast of Yehovah 3 times a year. Joseph registers with Rome in Beit Lechem at his convenience when he takes his pregnant wife Miriam up to the Feast of Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles, as the 2 cities are only 5 miles apart. Then I have another note here for Luke 2:1. Cyrenius served 2 terms as an administrative official, in English you'd call it governor, in Syria. Sometimes commanding officers, military, are called governor in English, but you have to understand exactly, the culture that we're dealing with. The first time was to oversee this regional registration of the subjects in the 25th year of the reign of Caesar Augustus. So all you have to do is look completely at the wrong census, the wrong taxation, and the wrong period, because Josephus is so much later than that, he doesn't even know what's going on in this particular thing, because it is ancient history to him. He's living, over 100 years later, ladies and gentlemen. And so this is putting it all together. That's why you need the chronological Gospels. You need to study it, and no matter what you have in your brain, go through all the documentation, and you'll see that every apparent contradiction in the Gospels has already been solved. That's what took me 40 years to do, okay? And this wasn't done until all the apparent contradictions were done. So that's why it's important. So, it doesn't matter what you think you know, it's important what history actually tells us.
So when in doubt or when all else fails,
read
the manual. Yeah.
Right.